Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. We're excited to be here at the William Smith Auction Gallery in Plainfield Village. And joining me now is Lori Valerie, who's the office manager here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
This is a fascinating place. I think it is just, there's so much to look at, and I'm sure if you came back time after time, you would still not pick up on everything. Tell me a little bit about the history of this place.
Bill and Marilyn Smith started this business over 50 years ago.
Wow.
And it has grown so much. The past 20 years, Bill's son has taken hold of the business. And over the years, there's been a tremendous amount of renovations to the building itself to accommodate the crowd that we receive for the auctions. We have a huge following. And that is mainly due because we do not offer online bidding. Bill feels that once we offer online bidding, we lose all the people coming to the auction, and it's quite a social event.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what are some of the, I mean, it looks to me like a lot of fabulous antique pieces. What's the majority of what some of the pieces are that you get?
We get phenomenal
I'm
pieces.
sure.
We get beautiful art. We get incredible oriental carpets. Estate jewelry is just over the top. Bronzes, sculptures, pottery. It's just, every time I am astounded at the items that come through this place.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So you have auctions all throughout the year.
We do.
And there's one coming up in early April,
We do.
open to the public.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so what does someone, as you see is advertised, what can you expect if someone's never been to an auction?
Well, if they've never been to an auction, when they come here, they come to the registration desk and they are amazed at what they do see.
I'm sure.
And so we run through, you know, what is needed to get them registered. Anybody can register at the counter. And we give them a quick little, our buyer's premium rules and holding up the card. And once you hold up that card, it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
They come in that we hold previews. And usually it's, you know, a full day before. Sometimes we hold formal previews here. And again, it's another social event because we put out wine and cheese and all sorts of goodies. And, you know, people find themselves talking to other folks and they give their, what they know about the items, which helps others out. And then the following day for the auction, they'll come, they'll register, get themselves a bid number.
Wow.
Yeah.
And off it goes.
And off it goes.
So someone watching knows that maybe they're downsizing or have brought in some family heirlooms that they are looking to part with. What's the process and how can they have their items come here?
So the best way is they give us a call and I ask them if they're capable of sending us some images. And then I forward them on to Bill or Ken. And if it's something that they feel is for our venue, we set up a date and time for Bill or Ken to go out and take a look. And we'll write it up for them. We let them know our advertising policy. We let them know when they are going to be offered for auction in case they want to come and attend and watch their items be auctioned off.
Oh, I never even thought of that. You can come and watch your own item.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so the facility itself, how's the operations of here work? Can people come during the day? Is it call ahead? How does that all?
We ask them to give us a call
Sure.
ahead. Because we never know if people just show up, you know, Bill or Ken could be on the road,
Right.
our staff could be on the road on pickups or deliveries. So it is best to give us a call, and we're generally here Monday through Friday from 9 until 5.
Oh, that's wonderful. And then they can call and get additional information about coming to an auction or having some pieces come here.
Absolutely. And if they do want to bid on items and they're unable to attend, we do offer telephone bidding and absentee bidding as well.
Oh, that's great, but no online bidding.
No online bidding.
That's good to know because that's becoming a popular thing.
It is.
But and so Bill doesn't want people to stop coming here. He really likes the
He likes,
atmosphere.
you know, and I think it's more exciting. And it's also a social event.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Well, I'm really fascinated by everything that's in here, and I think there's just so much to look at and just so many stories, too. So I encourage everyone to come and take a look, and I appreciate you being here. And thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and we're coming to you from Sweet Beet Market here on 11 West Main Street in Bradford, New Hampshire. And I'm joined by Hannah Flanders, who's the Director of Community Engagement. Hey, Hannah.
Hey, Abby.
Thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure.
We're both Kearsarge alums, so that's fun. That ties it in with the Kearsarge Food Hub as a whole.
That's right.
But let's talk about Sweet Beet Market. You have a lot going on there. There's a little bit of everything, and over 30 different providers, which is insane.
Yeah, definitely. So, like you said, we're Kearsarge graduates who wanted to increase access to local food. And we're part of a nonprofit organization, but Sweet Beet Market specifically works with dozens of local farmers and producers to supply our market year-round with seasonal produce and meat and dairy, and we've got art and craft and a wide variety of things. You'd be surprised what you can find locally. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
And how do you resource those different avenues that you know, if you're like, okay, we really want to broaden our horizons in meat, how do you find the people that you do work with?
Yeah, there are a lot of different approaches. We work and maintain close personal relationships with lots of farmers in the area. A lot of word of mouth, like, hey, have you heard of this guy? And because we've been here consistently doing this for a few years now, people come to us and they have products.
Right.
And so we send them. Now we're kind of official with a new vendor request form that we have on our website. Yes.
That is a big deal. So if someone has an item that they want you to carry, they can now fill out a fancy form.
They can fill out a fancy form.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're very official that way. So it's super fun, and we just try to keep it local, New Hampshire based. We do bring in some other products, like some zero waste products to help cut down on kitchen waste, and plastic, and that kind of thing. So we're trying to hit a lot of initiatives with what we provide in the market.
And when did Sweet Beet Market start, and why?
Yeah, we started about 5 years ago now. That's
Wow,
crazy. Across town as a little farm stand.
Yes, the cutest little farm stand.
The cutest little farm stand that we built ourselves, and we just started really small. And we moved here about 3 years ago to 11 West Main when a local business, Unless, invited us to come help them revive this space and kind of develop it as a community resource.
Cool. And now there are thriving other businesses part of here too, which it only helps Sweet Beet Market, I'm sure.
Definitely. We're all about collaboration, and we have common goals with some of the other businesses here. There's Evergreen Healing Arts on the second floor. They offer yoga and massage. They're amazing. And
we should be doing this from a
mindfulness.
massage bed or something.
I know. Actually, right after this, there's going to be chair yoga here in this room. This is the newly opened community room that people are free to rent.
Good to know.
Yeah, definitely. And if you contact us, we'll get you in touch with the person who's running this room. And there's also the Village Cafe, which is its own business, but they rent our shared use commercial kitchen that we built and opened about a year ago.
So do you all really use each other's resources here? Is that kind of the point?
Yeah, there's definitely different levels of collaboration, but we're all, on the same mission of getting people here, getting people out. We're all about local food and health, and then there's Evergreen with their wellness initiative.
Right.
So yeah, we're on the same page for sure.
And you've really revitalized kind of this section of West Main Street in Bradford too. You've brought business here, which normally wouldn't have had it.
Yeah, definitely.
And just making Bradford so up and coming too.
Yeah. Definitely. It's breathing new life. You know, when you show up and you're doing it all year, every day, people are like, oh, well, I'm going to come check that out.
Right.
And word of mouth and things are rolling, and people who haven't been here come and check us out all the time. So it's really awesome to see.
And are there different parts of the season, what's big in the winter versus what's big in the summer for Sweet Beet?
That's a great question. In the wintertime, we have a surprising amount of storage vegetables, beets and carrots and parsnips and onions, but our meat selection is really taking off. So we support sustainable, small-scale meat production, which is really huge for the environment and for our health.
Sure.
And for local businesses, because there's lots of farmers growing and raising animals the right way. So I love to point people to that.
Right.
And we like to work with artists and craftsmen.
Yeah.
So we have, flower petal earrings from Hebe Jeebs, and we have wood crafted earrings from Sylvatica Designs and pottery, and we're getting a new order of Sweet Beet merch coming in soon. So apparel and hats and that kind of stuff.
I have a Sweet Beet tote.
There you go.
That I bring around, with all my goodies to a friend's house or something.
Yeah,
so I appreciate
awesome.
that.
It might be a Circular Blue tote. Circular Blue is another business
It
that's
is.
here, their office,
It's a great blue color.
It's a great blue color. Well, that's repurposed plastics from the hospital stream. Yeah, sterilization wrap that they repurpose. It's thrown away completely sterile, and then they make it into totes. And Evergreen Healing Arts has their own circular blue tote. We have our own tote, so yeah.
You can just get all your stuff in the tote.
That's right.
Hannah, if people want to find more information, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, we're super active online, so check us out at kearsargefoodhub.org. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I do.
And definitely sign up for our newsletter on our website because we're sending out weekly updates about what's fresh in the
even
market.
better.
Sweet Bee Weekly.
Thanks for being here and for hosting.
Thank you, Abby.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from MJ Harrington's in Newport, and I'm now joined by the famous Dave Lance of MJ Harrington's. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for hosting us. This is so
My
fun.
pleasure.
It's got to be one of the best places to go and just browse while we're waiting to shoot.
This is perfect. We're so
Perfect.
glad you're here.
Thank you. 71 years you're celebrating.
71 years, just celebrated on June 21st.
Wow. And what's changed? I mean, it's been in the family for a long time, but you've obviously grown and...
It started primarily as a watchmaking shop. My uncle Mike was a watchmaker. His aunt was a gift buyer for a store down in Keene, and they joined forces, created a nice little service center with gifts and evolved into jewelry. And my dad brought more watchmaking. He was also a watchmaker, as was another one of his brothers, my Uncle Bob. So watchmaking in general was their theme, and probably most importantly, service in the back of their minds. They all three served in the Second World War, and that fundamental theme has really been carried forward all 71 years. It's a service business, and more so now than ever.
Interesting. And when did you decide this is what I'm going to do?
It was probably around early 1976, right after the ski season.
Okay.
I had been a competitive skier for a number of years, and 2 years after college, I did my final wing at it, and then retired from skiing and took a side job for a couple of months, and then came back in May of 1976, and that was the beginning of it all. Yeah.
And what does the community of Newport mean to MJ Harrington's? I mean, you've been such a staple right here on Main Street for so long, so it must be
Well,
a
it's
real
critically
reason.
important to our success. It's a little town of 6,500, but we're surrounded by lots of neat communities. And I did a little demographic a while back and found out that of the 13 stores or communities around us, the average population was just over 2,000, which is pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
in a management group I'm part of, it was amazing for them to understand how we could stay in business in a community surrounded by smaller communities in this part of the world. When
Right.
they come to visit, they just shake their head. So it's all because we have been so wonderfully supported by the communities, plural, but particularly Newport has been really good to us over the years.
And you're something unique too. I mean, you can come get something fixed here, which I use regularly. A gift of any shape or size or price point, so that's big too. And then special occasion things as well. So you're really one-stop shop, but unique in this area.
We think so, and,
Yeah.
and we have a philosophy that they put a man on the moon in 1969. Sure, we can do that.
Sure.
So we really try to answer every request that comes through, and both in the gift areas, but really more than ever in the design and jewelry creation part of the world, and it's been a lot of fun.
And so the holidays are fast approaching.
They sure are.
Oh my goodness. And do you have any new lines or anything special happening for the holiday season?
Well, we have several pieces that the guys have made in the shop that are one of a kind, unique. We just sold one yesterday that was just put out in the case a short time ago.
Wow.
Their items each speak to their own skill sets and their love of creation and their artistic trends that have been a lot of fun. And then we also evolve each selling season with new trends and new styles and fashions that come through the industry, and we pick out those that we think fit this area. So it's always evolving, a lot of fun. But again, back to the fundamental word service, that's been our focus since day one.
And you really have so many aspects of business here too. I mean, you can come and have something designed, something repaired, something altered, and all right here under this roof with amazing employees.
We have a great team, and we have 3 guys at the bench pretty much full time. A fourth that's an apprentice, and I sit at the bench a little, not much anymore, but it's a spot I love, and I have a bench back in the shop with Tom, and then we have the similar size shop, a little bigger downstairs for the 3 guys. So it's very focused on the repair part of it, custom work.
And you can come
all
have
in-house.
and have a cup of coffee with you or ice pop.
Absolutely, ice pop. That's the key. I was going to say hot chocolate with marshmallows, ice pops, coffee, tea, but ice pops are the key year round, by the way.
Oh, that's good to know. And then do some browsing and some
Yeah.
wish list making. So, Dave, anything on the calendar for the rest of the year?
We sure do. On the 21st of November, we have a women's night. So we'll bring ladies in. They can fill out all kinds of wish lists, whatever they want. And then we're
it.
going to follow up with a men's night on December 5th, where we're going to offer special savings for anything that the ladies have picked out on ladies' night for the men to purchase. And then they'll be way ahead of schedule. Almost 3 weeks before Christmas, they will be ready.
I know, and it'll be a pretty little box under the Christmas tree.
Correct.
I love that. I have someone I'll make sure is
Well,
here.
this is fine. This is good.
Dave Lance, thanks so much for having us and
Abby.
being a part of Newport for 71 years.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave, and congratulations on being such a good business and giving back to the community as much as you do. Welcome back to La Valley Middleton Building Supply on Airport Road in West Lebanon. I'm now joined by Lucas Seaver, who is the store manager. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And you've been here quite a long time, 14 years, you said?
14 years, yep.
So I'm going to quiz you about everything about La Valley's.
Okay, let's do it.
So there's a lot of interesting things here. I think one thing that we should point out is this amazing showroom for kitchen and design. What other things can you offer here at this store?
Well, I mean, we have a full-fledged lumber yard, a full retail hardware store, and a full design showroom. So, you know, whether you need a bolt or a couple of nails or a full garage or a house, you know, we have everything here.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
You might come in for that doorknob and think, actually, let's just redo the whole downstairs.
And that's what we're good at.
And you have people here ready to help
Yes,
you. How many employees here at this location for you?
There's about 43 people here right now.
And of all different part-time, full-time?
Part-time, full-time. Most of the employees have been here 10 years or longer, which is a great thing. I
That
like
is
to tell
great.
people.
That's a great statistic. And I think one unique thing is you have a drive-through lumberyard,
Right.
which I think is super, super unique. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, you don't need carts. You don't need to load it onto a cart and then load it back into
Sure.
your vehicle. We have people out in the yard willing to help load up, so you can just bring your truck or your car right in and put whatever it is you want and pay for it right outside and never have to really.
Go to a drive-through restaurant, then come here and drive through
Exactly.
lumber. I
Yep.
love it. And you also have a modular home division, 2 locations, correct?
yep.
And tell me a little bit about that. What's that entail?
Well, I mean, from building with just sticks to building with panelized walls to building with boxes, we can do it as fast as you need it to be done, saving time on your labor. And getting the project completed faster is really the name of the game nowadays.
Sure.
So we offer pretty much every different option and venue for people to complete their projects.
So what if I don't have a truck? What are some of my options for getting my supplies home?
Well, we do offer free delivery over $100.
Oh, great.
And we go all over the place, all the way up to the Canadian border.
Wow.
Usually we can get something to you in a day or two, depending upon what it is you need. We have great drivers that are able to help on site. So it's a great benefit for a lot of our customers.
And
that
I see
can't.
those trucks everywhere too, so I know that people are using them.
Absolutely.
And then tell me about the picture of getting a project done here. Someone comes in and they want to redo their bathroom. You
Sure.
really want this to be a one-stop shop.
Absolutely. So we do offer everything and the kitchen sink.
Yes.
But if you're coming in for a kitchen sink, we're going to be asking you, well, what are you doing for a countertop? Is it a new countertop? Are you working on doing any painting? Usually people don't just need one thing, they need a lot of things. And it's our job to ask those questions and make sure that you leave here and are able to finish your stuff without having to come back 3 or 4 times.
And when you come into the store, are you really hoping that people have an experience, like they meet somebody at the door and they say, here's my project, I need help. And someone can not only show them the aisle where they need that certain item, but help you get that
Right.
project started.
Absolutely. We have a lot of people with a lot of knowledge, so we can ask you the questions that you didn't even think you needed to know the answers to. And we like to say we're neighbors helping neighbors. So it's all people that are we know and we have a lot of returning customers, and we have really great relationships with them. So
Amazing. And so if someone's interested in learning more about kitchen design, garages, modular home, do they just call or come in and someone's ready to help? Do they need an appointment?
well, I mean, we always suggest making an appointment
Okay.
because, you know, if you're doing a project, obviously spending the time in the beginning to make sure everything's the way you want it to be and getting all the details correct is more important. But we, you know, we're open 6:30 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night on weekdays. So stop on over and we'll see what we can do to help you.
That's great. And so coming into the warmer season, a lot of kids are coming home from school, getting out of high school. Do you have summer employment opportunities?
We
for
do,
people?
and actually Bob and I were talking earlier about how we're lucky now that we've kind of established some of these part-time college and high school kids, you know, they come back, you know,
Sure.
and they like to work here, and we don't have to retrain a bunch of people and all this other stuff. So, you know, they're part of our family just as much as the full-time staff is.
And so if someone's interested, they're watching and say, I could use a summer job, I'd like to work for LaValle's,
Sure.
to come on in and talk
Come
to you?
on in.
Wonderful.
Come on in. We're always looking for good people.
That's important. And the statistic of a great chunk have been here for over 10 years. That
Exactly.
speaks volumes.
Exactly.
Lucas, I really appreciate you being here. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. We're coming to you from Cathan Gardens on Elm Street in Newport, one of the most beautiful nurseries, as you can see behind me. And I'm now joined by Dennis, one of the co-owners of Cathan Gardens. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
So you are second generation,
I am, yes.
Cathan Gardens. Tell me a little bit about the history of this place.
Well, my parents, Ollie and Ann Cathan, started Cathan Gardens in 1953, a few miles away.
Okay.
And in 1955, they found this property, and it was just a field, and the house and barn. And I was born in 1956, so
You are
I've been
almost
here-
as old.
I am about the same. Been here for a long time.
And so your parents ran it for how long?
Jill and I took over Cathan Gardens in 1988.
Okay.
So it was a transition from 55 to 88, and then 88 to the present.
And how much has it grown? I mean, you know, you brought in a gift store and all that, but it's more than it was back in the 50s.
Most of these greenhouse businesses like us, you start with one little greenhouse.
Sure.
And then you add another one and another one. So it's grown like that. We have 15 greenhouses now.
Wow.
And quite a bit of outdoor area that we grow plants in.
Wow.
And it's just moved along with the way people buy plants.
Sure.
You know, it changes, but a lot of it's the same.
So you really try and be a one-stop shop for landscaping needs for people. So someone could come in and say, I don't know where to start, or my house has a lot of shade, and you want to be able to not only point them in the right direction, but walk them through the stages.
Yes, we help people plan their planters, their gardens, telling them what does well in what places. We have shrubs, we have perennials, annuals. We also plant planters for people. I do it all day long. People will bring their planters
Oh,
in,
great.
tell me where it goes, and I'm happy to do it for them or help them to do it themselves.
That's important. And you only get 2 months a year off, correct? You're closed from January to March.
We don't really get that off because there's maintenance and there's things to do.
Sure.
But it's very slow then. But we're very, very seasonal. So the month of May is crazy. November, December is crazy.
It's crazy. Yes, that's wonderful. So there's something unique about Cathan Gardens and something that you offer, your soil.
Our soil is different. I won't say that we're the only ones that do it, but we actually have loam in our soil,
Okay.
which is very unusual in this day and age. When you get bigger, everything's mechanized, and so a soilless mix works better for that. But we have real soil. It's kind of an ecosystem within itself.
Okay.
It's very forgiving, easier to take care of, and I think that's why people always say our plants seem to do better than a lot of places, because it starts off with a better base.
Sure. And so people around the community, around Newport, can see some of your plantings and window boxes right along Main Street.
That's right. We've been doing business with MJ Harrington's, the old courthouse restaurant,
Right.
the insurance center, and a few others right on Main Street where we do their boxes spring, summer, fall, and winter. And a lot of people bring their boxes and things to us as well, and then we plant them and they put them out.
That's good to know. And open 7 days a week, which
We're
is
open
important.
7 days a week.
Come on in and bring your boxes and your planters, which I love.
Absolutely,
No need to
absolutely.
wonder what size it is at home. Just bring them in
You can tell me exactly what you want to plant, or you can just say this goes in the sun.
and find me
take it
something
from
to
there.
put it. Perfect. Dennis, thank you so much for hosting us and having us here.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Dennis. There is so much to know about these great local businesses and how important they are to our communities.
Welcome. I'm Elizabeth Durazio, and we're here at Main Street in New London at the new location of Blue Mountain Guitar. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it's true. Over 37 years ago, Blue Mountain Guitar Center made a name for itself in the Upper Valley, and that same tradition of quality and customer service has been brought here by Barbara McKelvey and her partner to bring us the quality and the experience of Blue Mountain Guitar. So tell us, Barbara, how you came to be here in 2016.
Well, in 2015, we were an online-only business, and then in 2016, we decided, why not open a shop here in New London, since we have a warehouse full of product. We're online only. Bring music stores back to the area.
Definitely.
Although we are the first music store in the Sunapee region.
Now, the best thing is little did you know that those internet sales are going to be so successful that you're going to have to expand your facilities.
Yes, we did. We needed to expand for shipping reasons and also for lesson rooms, and to be able to hold drum kits. Our store was too small before. So we did expand to this location. It's working out very well.
It's a beautiful location. One of the things I think people notice as soon as you walk in the door is it's quite surprising. It's unassuming. We know where the building is. We know what might have been here in the past. But you walk in, you go, oh my gosh, look at the product that's here. Look at the quality and range of the product that's here. You look to your left, you got all the guitars. Look to the right, you see the drum sets. And you realize there's a lot more going on here. This isn't a place where you're just going to walk in, pick up something, and not know what you're getting into. Because music is all about the relationships. So when you come here, you guys offer everything from lessons to try it before you buy it in store. Tell us a little bit about that experience that really sets this apart.
Having a physical location has really brought a lot of relationships and bonding within the musicians, students, even our reps. They're good friends of ours now. Seasonal vacationers. One of our instructors has Sunday jam sessions here, so people come in. One of our other instructors gives out free clinics, usually monthly. Look into our Facebook page and see when they're happening next.
Now, the thing is, moving from an online presence to a physical presence has also given you a lot of buying power. You told me that if you have a product, you'll actually meet a price online or of the same.
We'll beat any price.
You'll beat any price
Of the products we carry.
That is absolutely amazing. So really, on top of getting the classic customer service and being able to try it in person, we can find the perfect item, and you'll even help us get it at the best price.
Exactly.
You also offer 2 to 3 day shipping, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, this isn't, we know that large retailers can offer that, but 2 to 3 day shipping across the country, and you've got your great classic logo. How many states have you actually shipped to?
We've shipped to all the states, yep.
All 50 states.
Yep.
And you're right out of here in New London.
Yep. And I'll have you guys show everyone our map. We've got a map with all the 50 states, what we've sold to since we opened. And I would like to mention that we've just started a seller page on our website. Our website is bluemtguitar.com. We started a seller page for anybody who wants to consign any of their gear, used gear, and they can use our free advertising. We're being viewed all day long, every day in all the states online. So if you were to put your used gear on our website, you can sell it through us and get the attention through us.
And, they say that a good thing breeds more good things. So starting from online to in here in the store, and you're adding more things here and more things to do. But there's also a teaser. We got to watch that Facebook page, because I hear a rumor that you're going to be heading down to Manchester.
We are in the process of expanding to Manchester. We are.
That is absolutely wonderful. That's our very own Blue Mountain Guitar right here in New London, where music is relationship.